evening, everybody. What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to ROM Hack Races. I hope y'all are doing really well. We've got a fun one for you tonight, man. It's going to be a good time. If you have never been here before, if you don't know what's going on, ROM Hack Races is the only spot on Twitch to see weekly, never before seen Super Mario World Kaizo levels made fresh for you throughout the week, tested by our testers and raced by racers who don't know what they're doing, but they're very, very skilled. This is 287. The level is Attachment Issues from NixKillsMyths. You might know them as the maker of A Haunting at Chateau Cousteau, Endeavor, The Cave of Loathing, or Thread the Needle. And we've got testers who have given this some difficulty rankings so the racers can know what they're in for ahead of time. Execution tonight, 7 out of 10. Complexity as well, 7 out of 10. The racers know that there are 3 sections, and those sections are 5 out of 10 for length. And the racers also know that this level features that most ancient, eldritch form of Super Mario World tech, say it with reverence, cape. So we're going to be in for some stuff here. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to get to see it all. Real quick, we're just getting started here. This level was tested this week by Mason, SMW, Gossip Greg, Mythmillionaire Fen, Blue Ribbon High Life, and RB Pimlico. We've got What's Up Dot. We love our trans comrades on the restream, and we've got Captain Blueprint and Starlord and What's Up Dot scouting all the racers for us so we know who to rotate in on the restream. We got 6 brave individuals signed up tonight: B2, DE81, Bunker Games, Ike SMB, Jank Pickle, Louis Duce, and You Fail Me. So some real serious talent here, and we're gonna have a fun time. You don't know, you don't know what's about to happen. Heck, I don't even know what's about to happen, but the racers don't know what's about to happen, and we're all gonna find out together. It is, as usual, a challenge between consistency and one-shots, whether or not the racers can be consistent at what they've already learned, or whether they will one-shot some section and be able to make some progress that way. No lead is safe, and we could see some big upsets depending on who gets what clutch moves. So I hope you're all ready to go. If you're here to support your favorite streams, or you have some favorite emotes, put them up in chat, maybe some capes, maybe some feathers, and cheer everybody on. It's a community event wrapped up as a race. And with that, oh, look at that, 0 on the clock. We're about to get started. It is Attachment Issues from NixKillsMyths. Let's do it. We got B2, Bunker Games, You Fail Me, and Louis Duce starting us off here. And we got a little baby Metroid. Oh, look at this. The little baby Metroid is acting like a helmet. First things first, we got to do some spin flight. Now there's a lot of tech involved with cape, and I may need the help from some cape experts in chat to clue us all in on the finer points, but I will be trying to bring you the play-by-play and let you know kind of how this tech is working. We've got spin flight to start it off, and of course in a cape level generally, fire flowers are used as obstacles. They're a good one because if you touch a fire flower, you don't have cape anymore, and without cape, we're not flying anywhere. So first thing, we got to spin fly across this little gap, little lava gap here. Spin flight will stick Mario's head to the ceiling because your takeoff meter is going as long as you're rising up. And we got to get across there. We got to spin some fire flowers out of the way. And then it looks like the racers are going to use, call it regular flight. Do we have a better name for that? Pressing B and poofing the cape out. You can know the difference between spin and regular flight if Mario's spinning around or if the cape behind him is poofed out like a big balloon. We got to use that, seeing some ideas, but it looks like we're using that regular flight, pump flight perhaps, to destroy the grinder, which is going to come up right after the pit and right after the 3, what are they called? Fire flowers. I said that. Normal, regular flight. All right. So regular, regular and spin flight. See, cape, the oldest and most esoteric, the most ancient of Mario World tech. Before there was Kaizo 1 by Takamoto, there was cape. And there were people who were already deeply invested in studying the ins and outs of cape tech. So with Mario in regular flight, with the cape poofed out behind him like that, he is able to either take some damage and get iframes without actually losing the cape as a power-up, or when sliding along the ground, you're able to crash into enemies and destroy them, enemies that wouldn't normally be able to be killed in that way. So you're seeing most of these racers here get the idea. Looks like Louis Duce's got it. You Fail Me definitely is picking up on this, using the regular flight to destroy the grinder. Oddly enough, if you're in regular flight, you can indeed destroy grinders like that. It's kind of a weird property you don't normally see in the vanilla game. But oh yeah, here we go. Bunker Games in the upper left making some progress. Louis Doucet down there in the lower right also knows what they are doing. There are some very talented Cape players among us. So despite the tough difficulty rankings, I think we will see some cool moves tonight. Yeah, thank you. By killing it by sliding by taking off and bumping against the ceiling. That puts them back down on the ground, and now they're floating along the ground, kind of sliding on the ground in that cape state, which is preserved for a little bit of time, and that is what's killing that grinder. Interesting environment here. Really, really like this. It's kind of this green lava, and You Fail Me. Ooh, look out. You Fail Me in the lower left. We got Ike SMB down here. Or sorry, in the upper left here. So kill the grinder, and then we're getting into a regular flight state. Louis Doucet, though, in the lower right, already making it to the vine. And yeah, you can preserve your flight meter while you are holding on to a vine. So as long as Mario grabs the vine with some takeoff meter, they will still be able to fly once they leave the vine by jumping off. I'm not entirely, so here's one. I'm not entirely sure. Once we get past the grinder, we are getting into sort of a sticky fly situation. Years ago, this was considered TAS only, but in this modern age, is anything truly TAS only? And I'm actually not sure. Normally, sticky fly is getting Mario in a pump state where you're rising and you're caught on the ceiling there. And I'm not entirely sure how this is actually working, but we are kind of generating a sticky fly, and you see that on like Louis Doucet's screen, kind of moving, not rising, but moving in a straight line, and sort of sticky flying underneath this gap. Here's Ike SMB in the upper left getting on that vine. Oh, I see. I think this might be some custom cape mechanics. I should have done my homework about this level a little bit before we started, but you know, we'll sort it out. Yeah, there's Ike SMB really skillfully getting this first part down. Yeah, it looks like you can't rise. You just, when you're in regular flight state with the cape poofed out like that, you just kind of stay at one level. It's like the, oh, it's the Metroid, isn't it? There's a little baby Metroid on Mario's head, and I think that is like making an auto sticky fly happen. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Cape is still part of the tech that I am learning as well, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going on here. They can dive, they can go down, but they can't actually rise, and so when pulling up, they're just automatically stuck in a sticky fly, and that is letting them get underneath that overhang. They can't use spin flight there. They need to use regular flight. Yeah, is it? I'm not sure. Is it invisible blocks that are preventing that? Because I've seen, here goes You Fail Me in the lower left. Yeah, when they jump off that vine, they are still not pumping the cape. They're just able to stay at one horizontal or vertical distance. Another thing to note about cape, you're seeing Ike SMB in the upper left doing that. Normally you are flying through at a reasonable speed, but you can actually change the horizontal speed of your flight by either pressing forward on the D-pad or holding backwards and tapping B or A. And in so doing, you can sort of throttle your speed and slow yourself down a little bit. They want to obviously avoid any fire flowers that they see. And there you see Ike in the upper left taking that kind of slowly. That is because they held backwards and tapped the jump button in order to slow themselves down. It's a neat way to throttle your speed. Here's You Fail Me, though, in the lower left. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Metroid acts as a constant ceiling. That's what I was thinking, yeah. So always above Mario's head, there will be a ceiling, meaning any pump will result in a sticky fly, and that's how they're able to do this little bit of weird kind of cape movement here. Neck and neck right now. Louis Doucet trying to make some progress. They're going kind of fast. Yes, this would also mean you can't actually pump up. Once you're at the horizontal level that you're on, you can only go down from there. So normally you would be able to kind of adjust your height in the air, but in this case it's requiring a little bit more precision from the racers. Really interesting concept here. I like this little baby Metroid. You don't really see those too much. There was one. I think there was one in Hyper 6. I think there were some. I mean, everything's in Hyper 6, right? Another thing you can do with the cape. I mean, sure, most of you probably know, but for those that don't, you're holding you're holding a run button in when you're flying. You're holding usually Y or X, but let's assume it's Y. You're holding Y, you jump up and you poof your cape out, now you're in normal flight. If you then switch buttons, if you press X without actually letting go of either of them, but you press X to Y or Y to X, you will spin around in the air, because normally pressing that causes Mario to spin his cape offensively. When you're flying with that, you will change direction in midair. So if you're flying to the right and you spin, you can change that by flipping and spinning to the other side. I would guess that the 50-50 chance of facing a new direction is patched in this. I believe this was probably made on ROM Hack Race's base ROM. In the vanilla game, when you do this move, you have a sort of a 50-50 chance of actually facing the right direction. And yes, recovering from a bad cape turnaround is a deep and interesting skill in cape tech, but I've seen every racer kind of do consistent turnarounds now. So I'm going to assume that's patched. So we can pretty much ensure that you know, when flipping directions, you will just automatically face the other direction. It does make that a little more difficult, while removing some of the improvisational skill that is normally used to recover from bad turnarounds. It is patched. Thank you for that. Yeah. So this is ROM Hack Race's base ROM. Some cape enthusiasts like the unpatched flight because it requires more dexterity, more skill, and a little bit of improvisation. It certainly is a skill to be learned and mastered, but in some cases you just want this kind of straightforward flight. You want to give the player a perfect opportunity to turn around, and it tends to make things a little smoother sometimes and requires less improvised reactions. So Ike, SMB, oh no, okay, yeah, Ike, we're on. Ike in the upper left, making it to the vine. So they're getting some sticky fly with the help of that little Metroid on their heads, and they are using that to fly all the way over to that big green vine. They are now preserving their cape state while they're climbing the vine. They press up to climb the vine, and now they're climbing, but the game still understands that you still have takeoff meter, you're still technically flying. So as long as you've grabbed the vine while flying, you can jump off the vine and still be flying. And that's what Bunker Games is trying to do here in the upper right-hand corner. Gotta climb up to the top of the vine and then find the right distance to, or the right height rather, to jump off of it, because they want to, as we saw from Louis, fly over to the right there, and you're seeing that green pipe sticking out of the lava with those couple of coins next to it. And normally you have to enter a pipe. In order to enter a pipe, you must be standing on the ground. And you can't do that if the pipe is in the middle of the air, so we've got to figure out how to turn these coins into blocks. Fortunately, Louis has seen this already, so they do know what's up. You've got to fly all the way over to the right-hand side of that area, grab the P-switch, and presumably activate it and get themselves back to the pipes so they can get in to the next section. Ah, that's fun. I didn't notice that. Thank you for that. Yeah, the vine. Okay, cool. The vine is actually an upward moving conveyor belt. And now I see the little leaves of the vine kind of continuously moving up. Jank Pickle coming in here in the lower right. Ike, Bunker, Jank, you fail me. Working on the first section. So yeah, you can't actually climb vines with a Metroid on your head. So what's actually happening, they're pressing up to grab the vine, but they're not really climbing. The conveyor belt action of the vine is what's moving them up, and then they have to jump off at the right moment and be facing the right direction. Here goes You Fail Me in the lower left, taking it nice and easy. It's been You Fail Me's style. Cape being one of those disciplines in Mario World that just has so much potential for unique and individual styles. And yeah, You Fail Me taking it really easy in the lower left. They've got the P-switch, and they got those turnarounds in order to fly back. They're in there. Oh, that was cool. They actually took the coin that would have made the block, but since you're standing on a P-switch, you can enter a pipe that way. Because on that one frame, you're standing like you would to get a yump. And yeah, they entered the pipe that way. So very nice job. Good jump. Wait. That's not a... They didn't grab the... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, sometimes rooms are an automatic checkpoint, and sometimes they are not. Racers have got to be prepared for that. But you fail me kind of currently in the lead right now, you could say, in terms of progress and knowledge. So this is where we're talking about consistency and one-shots. You fail me has the most knowledge, but they need to be consistent with their stuff in order to be able to get back there. So not bad. You fail me getting back there, adjusting their height by diving down, but they need to grab the P-switch and they can't fly back up. They have to be on that level. Gotta get on you fail me's level here. Here's Ike with a try, but getting blocked by one of those pencils. Yeah. You hate to see it. I'm loving this creepy Metroid music right now. This is really setting a good atmosphere for everybody. Bunker Games. All right. So you'll see the players kind of turn around in midair, and that's that Y, X. I'm assuming most of them are pressing Y to do this, but I guess you could press X and B and then Y. It would just be weird. But when you turn around, that's what they're doing. You're doing that Y, X switch like I talked about earlier. A little more challenging than it seems to jump off of the vine facing the correct direction. This automatic sticky fly, though, this is such an interesting concept. I like this a lot. Bunker Games here in the upper right. Yep, taking it easy, taking it slow. And Cape levels tend to have a little bit more, shall we say, adaptability than a normal Kaizo level because of the things you can do with Cape. You can move, you can change direction, you can speed up and slow down, and usually Cape sections tend to give the players a little bit more room than you might expect in a traditional Kaizo level, because it can be very difficult to fly through an incredibly precise gap. So you fail me here in the lower left. Back again. They've got the P-switch. They're on a roll here. Let's see if they can get back in this pipe. Oh yeah, taking it real easy. Real chill. And now you fail me here. Watch out. Yeah, they're pausing. You fail me pausing here to take a look at the situation. This is a completely legal move, one could say. There's certainly no rule that says a dog can't pause in Kaizo levels or play basketball, really. But you're certainly allowed to pause, take a look at your surroundings. It can help you out. And unfortunately, not this time. I saw this meme that was like, I want to see a reverse Airbud where a pro basketball player is allowed to enter and win a dog show. Yo, Louis Douce back again in the upper right. Let's see what they've got for us. So the racers are going to have to figure out what to do once they get in the pipe. And even though they're all still on the same spot right now, you could say that You Fail Me is in the lead due to the knowledge that they possess. And again, this is where this consistency and one-shots thing comes into play. Is You Fail Me going to be consistent enough to learn that room and get out of there before anybody else? Or is another racer going to be able to get in there, figure it out on the fly, and make it out alive? Ike, nice try on that P-switch, but they were a little bit too low. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wait, are they? Oh, excuse me then. Wait a minute. Did Louis? Okay, excuse me. I hadn't seen that. They weren't rotated in. I was going to say, these rooms look identical. So Louis also has, Louis has made it to the second through the pipe, but not actually gotten out of that room alive. My bad. Didn't see that one. My bad. Thanks for that update. You're helping out, chat. You're doing good. My co-commentators tonight, chat. I don't mean that sarcastically. I appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't forget, if you want to check out the race from any racer's individual perspective, go and follow their channels. Check them out too. We're bringing you sort of the highlights on the restream here, but they're all playing on their own channels. Here's Louis again. So back again and cannot get in there. You Fail Me for another try in the lower left. They've gotten that height really good, kind of watching out for that ceiling. That Muncher ceiling will hurt, and of course the pencils will also hurt. Oh, look at this chill. I love this. It's just taking it easy. Little slow flight there. And they are in the pipe again, so let's see what You Fail Me can do here. Lower left. How smart. They know now, though. And Ike with the P-switch in the upper left for their try. So they, using another little tech property, Louie and Ike now with the switch. And Ike is going to get in this pipe. But they have not yet learned what You Fail Me has learned. Louie do say for their try. But yeah. So once you get in, you notice that there are some brown blocks in there. And the P-switch does not stay active between screens. When they change screens like that, the P-switch will stop working. And so those blocks will not be coins, they will be brown blocks. So how are you going to get them out of the way? Well, there is a cool little tech trick in Mario World. When you step on a P-switch, you crush it down into a little P-switch stump. And that stump persists for some number of frames that I'm sure somebody knows, but I don't. If you're quick, you can hold, that is still an object technically, it's the same sprite. Its stun timer is just active. And if you take that little P-switch nub and you bring it through a pipe, what the game understands is, oh, you're holding a P-switch and you're going in a pipe. You can take P-switches through pipes, and so it will refresh on the other side. And by You Fail Me, we saw by hitting the P-switch at the right moment and then grabbing it as they're entering the pipe, that is allowing them to have a P-switch on the other side of the pipe. And that looks to be pretty critical for getting through this next room. But those two little Metroids also causing some trouble in there. Louie do say, and Ike, wow, neck and neck here. Oof, Louie dropping the switch. It's Ike's turn in the upper left. Ike, SMB, they made it into the room, and so they can clearly see, what needs to be done here. Yeah, pausing, taking a look at it. This is smart. This is smart stuff. Yeah, they just kind of gave up the ghost there. I think they knew that there was going to be no escape from the little baby Metroids. Keep in mind the difficulty rankings for this. This is a 7 out of 10 level. So honestly, some great moves so far. Yeah, someone's going to get it. Ike with this consistency. Here's where consistency really comes into play. Yep. Oh, looks like Ike got it. Ike in the upper left with the P-switch in the second room. Dropping it to get through. And yeah, they want to... Here's Louie for their chance. Did they bring the switch? They did. Oh, with a yump even. Louie, what in the world? Oh, and that's going to be a checkpoint. Nicely done. Louie do say with the yump to get into that second room. Wow. That was pretty cool. They want to lure those little Metroids into the little tile that destroys sprites. Because just like in regular Metroid, or Super Metroid, I suppose, whenever you got one on your head, they restrict your jumping abilities. There's You Fail Me again. Okay, we've got a race now. Louie do say in the upper right, You Fail Me in the lower left, both of them getting into the second section, and that will be a checkpoint now, right after... one right after the other, so pretty much no lead is safe. And this is what I'm talking about, consistency and one-shots. Who's going to be consistent or who's going to one-shot it? We have got a race now. So what's it going to be in the second section here? Ike and Jank Pickle in the lower left still working hard. They've still got the Metroid attached to their heads, but now we got to do something new with it. So here in the second section, we got to jump over some pits of lava, and that whole time we are building speed. Right? You need P-speed to get flight meter and take off. So they've got to run as fast as they can and then grab that cape before it drops out of sight. Using the spin fly there to fight against the little Metroid, because again, the Metroid restricts your upward movement. And so you see You Fail Me here using a spin fly right off the bat to get themselves over that little edge and on to the next part of the section. Looks like they may need to be flying after that, so we'll see if anyone's going to adjust strats here. Ike, nice try on grabbing that switch. They do look, you know, these colors do look watermelon-y. I like that word. Louis, though, oh, geez, making quick moves. So Louis do say second, well, you feel me, knew what to do a little bit sooner, but Louis coming out with these one-shots here. So maybe Louis looking for a little bit of cheese. Meanwhile, you fail me. They're figuring it out as well. Louis, oh dear. Might have found a little lock in there. So spin flight is not the answer here for this first part. They are using regular flight to get themselves up and over that little bump. Oh no, excuse me. They are using spin flight, but then once they get on the little bump, they jump very quickly. That's what you fail me is doing. I hadn't seen how they work with that. Yeah, spin flight to get up on the bump, and then once they're on the bump, they can jump, change their spin jump into a regular jump, and now they are regular flying through that next part. And again, the Metroid is going to restrict movement, so they can't go up. They can only go down, and they have to figure out how to get through these sections without rising anymore. Once you pick your horizontal distance, vertical distance, you can't rise. But now here's consistency. Yeah, you fail me with the consistency. Watch it. Oh, they slowed down too much. Watching out for those pencils, and the more they can get through this first obstacle, they will be building consistency. You fail me with these nice chill flights. Taking it easy. So, Goomba, huh? Goomba, eh? You fail me getting past that. Now, this is probably not, I'm assuming you fail me knows this as well. This is probably not what you do in this section. Oh. But it is getting them a little bit of knowledge, right? Even if you know you're not going to make it, why not see what's coming up? Maybe you can kind of play the game in your brain and figure out what to do the next time you get there for real. It's always a good idea, honestly, to kind of scout ahead a little bit and just see what you will need to do. You fail me. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a little shaky on those pencils. Oh yeah, we're seeing this consistency really pay off for you fail me right now. And it looks like, yeah, one would think. So, another property of Cape, of which there are so very many, you can go into ground pound state. You can hold forward, and Mario will dip down and put his head down, and the Cape will kind of swoop out behind him, and now you are going to ground pound. When you hit the ground in that state, a couple of things will happen. Some enemies will die, and some enemies will be flipped up into the air. Shells, for example. And this is a pretty common setup. If you've played some Cape levels, you're generally aware of this kind of thing. This is pretty common telegraphing. And there's, you feel me, using that ground pound to pop the Galumba out of its little prison in there. You couldn't actually, well, you could go down there, but it's not what you do. Because they want to bring the Galumba along with them, for reasons that we don't know right now. But yeah, you fail me here in the lower left, kind of scouting ahead. And there it is. Yeah, now they see what they need to do. There's the pipe, and they've gotten the Galumba, so you can bet that they have a pretty good idea of what they want here. And now it's a matter of consistency. Meanwhile, too, Ike, SMB, working on those nice chill slow flies. They might have their shot. They're gonna get the P-switch, maybe another shot at the pipe. Nice save though. Oof, they tried. Man, Metroid and Cape, what a combination. What a combination. He does say, like BK said, you don't often see Metroids except in the evil standard hacks. But this is quite an unlikely pair, these two. So there's You Fail Me. They're setting up for what I probably believe is a Goomba jump. I guess in this case a Galumba jump, but those two terms are interchangeable, I guess. when you have a Galumba in your hands and you've caught it, I think you have to catch it while rising upward. You will be able to get a bounce off of it when the Galumba wakes up. Galoombas have sort of a stun timer that is activated when they're stomped on or when they're flipped over or ground pounded. And that stun timer is going to expire. The Galumba is going to wake up, and when it does, you have the opportunity to get a bounce on it. There's no other way for them to get into that pipe at the end without having something to bounce on in the middle of that pit. And so that's why they need to bring the Galumba along with them. Ike for a try at the pipe in the upper left for the first section. Oh, I don't think they brought the switch. Oh, they know they need it though. Yeah, they know they need it. Louis Duce doing a little bit of scouting. This is good. They're going to see what they need. Those green beans are kind of there just to kind of hold them up, because with that Galumba stun timer waking up, you want to move as fast as possible, right? Because you only have a limited amount of time to do this. You want the Galumba to wake up at the right moment. And this level is cleverly designed so that you have just enough time to do that if you can navigate down that little channel and avoid the green beans. Those oohs, though. Yo, and here's You Fail Me showing us how it's done. Avoid the Sprite Killer, and there's the Galumba jump. They are out of here. This is powerful consistency. But now, yeah, they suspect there might not be a checkpoint. Yeah, look at this suspicion. You can see Mario kind of peeking out there thinking, what's about to happen? Louis Duce, nice try. Coming up right behind, and uh-oh. No E-Tank for you. This looks like a checkpoint. Oh, now what? Oh, geez. A vertical auto-scroller, huh? Whew. So remember, the racers still can't move upward. So they're gonna have to get the flight, right? They've still got the Metroid on them, and they can't actually use their cape pumps to move upward. So Mario is kind of rising along with this vertical auto scroll, and You Fail Me might have to spend some time figuring this one out. Nice change up here in the third section. Third checkpoint for You Fail Me, second for Louis, first for Ike and Jank Pickle. 7 out of 10 level if you're just joining us. This is like a lot of things that like shouldn't go together, but do, right? Like a flavor you wouldn't think would be like amazing, and then you try it and it's like, oh wow, this is incredible. The amazing flavor of peanut butter and coffee. Louis Duce trying for that Galumba. Yeah, they know. And they're also spinning the Galumba there every time they don't slide through that area. Want to crouch slide through that. They're spinning the Galumba, and that resets the stun timer. Getting hung up on those green beans, though. So yeah, as you can see, Mario is hovering in the air. Yo, Ike! Oh my word, there it is. Excuse me, Scott. I was watching other friends. But we got a checkpoint second section for Ike, SMB, catching up with Louis Duce. Jank Pickle working hard on the first. We're only 30 minutes in, though. There is plenty of time. So yeah, You Fail Me kind of hovering. You can stay in one spot. You can't have 0 speed horizontally, so they have to be moving a little bit in one direction or another, left or right. If you have 0, you just drop. You're not moving forward, so you're just going to go down. Mario can't hover indefinitely with the cape. You have to have some horizontal momentum. And so the challenge here is to preserve that momentum and keep the auto-scroller moving so that you can kind of hover up the screen with the auto-scroller. You're moving along with the rate of the screen scroll. And again, we've got these conveyor belt vines they want to grab onto. Yeah, and this okay. I see the trick in this section here, because when they don't have enough room, right? So You Fail Me's gonna fly up. Now they're moving horizontally. They don't want to slow down too much because they'll fall. And if they spin around, they might lose a little bit of height when they do that. As long as they're moving, the lava and Mario are going to stay parallel to each other. But when they have to turn around, they have to do that very accurately. But I think Euphilme's kind of style here of using slow fly is maybe going to play into their favor a little bit in this section. If you're good at moving slowly, you can kind of do this section a little bit better. So the trick is to slow down just enough, but not too much. And there you saw Euphilme kind of lose a little bit of height on that turnaround. I'm not sure if that was the vine forcing them down or if that was just a slip up. Oh, it was. Indeed it was. It is the vine. I didn't notice until now, but that vine, the second one in Euphilme's room, is moving downward, not upward. Yeah, that was tough to tell at a glance. These vines can never break. They can only become stairs. So even though the turnaround is patched, the threat is that they would lose height here. Louis, trying. Oh, I see what they're doing though. Yeah, when they get caught on the green bean, they're trying to reset the Galumba stun timer by spinning it. Although this might make the timing a little bit weird at the end. Because remember, they need that Galumba to wake up at exactly the right moment. Oh, Louis waiting for it. Can they get it? They got it with that. Oh, man. Great strats. Oh, we got a race here. We got a race, everybody. Louis do say, not able to get that E-Tank. What a save. Yeah, by spinning the Galumba and resetting the stun timer, they were able to avoiding the green beans, which is, always what you want to do. Embrace the bean. Louis do say, embracing the green beans. Jump team would be proud. And so now with just about the same amount of knowledge, Louis do say versus Euphilme on the third section of this 7 out of 10 level. See how I worked that in there? Louis is a very creative player. Louis is an observant player, and I think Louis sort of goes by one of these very kind of good rules of Kaizo and Super Mario gameplay, which is you don't always want to think about, let me put it this way. You don't want to think in terms of what does the level creator want me to do? Oh, Louis, what in the... Louis avoiding the little Metroid there for a little while. I saw the dive. I was like, what the heck? But you don't want to necessarily think in terms of what does the creator want me to do? Sometimes you want to think in terms of what can I do, right? And these are two different kind of mentalities. And if you think about what can I do at all, you're more likely to find some cheese, maybe an alternate strategy, other than just thinking, okay, what did they want? What was the goal here? And I think Louis is especially good at sort of not listening to the creator. They only listen to the creator when they need to. Otherwise, they're just going to kind of go off and do their own thing. And that often helps them find some cheese or an unintended strategy for something. So Louis looks like, yeah, kind of trying to avoid the Metroid a little bit at the beginning and before it attaches to Mario's head. And that does kind of give them a little bit of an advantage in that they are sort of also avoiding the vine at the beginning. They're just kind of getting into that sequence and not worrying about it. Meanwhile, Ike over here in the upper left working on that second section, trying to figure out their way. Jank Pickle working hard on the first. What an interesting level, man. This is interesting. Like, I'm like watching this too. I gotta do the commentary, but really I am also just enjoying the skills on display here. Oh, okay, that's how you get rid of the Metroid, by kind of spinning. When you spin your cape, the Metroid kind of pieces out for a little bit, and it doesn't want Doesn't want to come at you. Right, Euphemia and Louis just neck and neck right now. They have been together this whole race. And this is what I'm talking about. No lead is safe. I would say kind of nobody's in the lead right now. Louis and Euphemia kind of like dead heat in terms of knowledge and also progress through the area. Ike learning a little bit about what they want from that Galumba. And probably would be wise for them to go and scout it out. Oh, yeah, they can clip in by crouching in a one-tile gap and spinning. Big Mario can clip through the floor. However, they can't jump back up because the Metroid is there preventing them from doing that. So they're just gonna have to pause out and go back in. Yo, Ike SMB here with they are a quick study. Oh man, Ike quickly figuring out this second section, and they are already getting down to the Galumba, so we could see I would love to see a tight 3-part race. But Euphemia making a little bit of progress here. There's a pipe. Ooh, okay. So a little bit of a knowledge checkpoint for Euphemia picking up the lead here. They know what they need to do, and they know how close they've been. So is it going to be Euphemia's consistency, or is it going to be Louis' amazing cheese and one-shots? Louis, look at that. Nice. Ah, such a nice flight. And Louis Duce in the upper right with a shot at it. They're going to have to race that lava. What are they going to do here at the end? Oh, my word. The auto-scroller stops moving. Louis Duce might have it. Let's go. Oh, the lead change. Watch out for checkpoints, though. Oh. What's it gonna be? Oh, man. Okay. Louis Duce onto the 4th section, and now it's just Metroids. Metroids all the way down. And there it is. There's the lead change. Wow. So now they don't even have a cape. And as we know, Metroids will prevent you from being able to jump. And boy, there are a lot of them here. Oh, geez, but that orb is in sight. So what's it going to be? I don't know if Louis can cheese his way out of this one. Yo, man, you know, the upset. The upset, though. This is what I'm talking about, man. Consistency in one-shots. We've seen Euphemia's powerful consistency helping him take the lead. And Louis Duce's amazing one-shots helping him take the lead right back. So what's it going to be? We got to move. We got to jump. This one's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Just got to watch out for these very deadly Metroids and get on out of here. All right, Euphemia, though, with some nice cheese there, getting onto that vine without needing a Metroid. This makes me really want a Metroid hat. You know, couldn't you just see like a little knit beanie cap that's a little baby Metroid? I bet they are. You know what? I bet they already make those. I bet someone else has had that idea. Louis, so some big dodges, and Louis Duce is gonna have to figure out how they want to move, basically in order to control the movement of the Metroids. This is a common thing for a lot of games. You know, when things target you, you'll see this a lot in maybe shooter games. I'm thinking old school ones. I know we got some Toho players and such. Euphemia, though, look out. Euphemia, up in the pipe. I want this. I want this ending. I try to stay impartial, but man, I want this ending. Yes, this is what we came here to see. Louis Duce and Euphemia, same section, neck and neck, Metroid battle. No cheese, no cape, no tech, no nothing, just movement fundamentals is going to win the day here. But, you know, and I know we got some Toho players and stuff. I'm more of a Gradius main myself. But, you know, you want to, when things are targeting you, things are moving at you, or things are shooting at you and targeting you in that way, the goal is to sort of move offensively. Go to where you want them to be, and then when they get there, you're not there. And I know that sounds so silly, but you know what I mean? We'll just win. But yeah, that's kind of what you want to do here. So they want to figure out how to move and how to jump and get through this area by avoiding the Metroids. So guide them. Tell them where they want to go. This is quite an ending. Oh, I love that that little Chozo statue too with the holding the orb. Yo, Jank Pickle too in the lower right. Oh, nice try though, nice try. Lots of Metroid hats. Yeah, I figured. I made this. Yo, don't count out Ike SMB here in the upper left too. They are making quick work of this second section, and they definitely know what they want. So man, who's it gonna be? I love this. This is ideal actually for a race. This is good Cape entertainment. Louis Duce versus You Fail Me on the 4th section of this 7 out of 10 level. I try to work the ratings in from time to time in case somebody just got here and wants to know. If you have any questions or you want to learn more, again, please feel free to ask in chat, shout it out, and myself or one of our resident Cape enthusiast experts will be able to point you in the right direction. Ike, oh, a little bit slow. They had it. They had the Goomba jump, but he woke up a little bit too soon. I gotta say, I love this level. This is amazing, and I love that it comes down to this. You know, we've had our Cape tech, we've had our fun with Cape, and now we get to play with these fun little Metroids. You Fail Me trying to do some kind of moves here. Gotta work on zoning, I guess. I've been playing Street Fighter all day, so gotta work on their zoning. Louis! Oh. There's a whole group of them coming at you at the end here, and the lava will not kill them. If the little Metroids fall in the lava, that only briefly delays them. It is literally anybody's race right now. Louis, You Fail Me, Ike, maybe with a shot at it. Keep your eyes on the upper left if you got extra eyes. Ike, oh dear, they had it. That was it. They had it. Louis, ah man. Yeah, looks like Louis got the moves. But You Fail Me's got some moves too. Oh, that's it. You can see the opening. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing like football commentary. I'm gonna draw like some X's. There's Ike SMB in that pipe for the 3rd section. I'd love to see the come from behind victory here and make it 3 for 3. Oh, Ike looking for maybe some cheese, maybe a little bit of alternate way to do it. Jank Pickle too in the lower right, trying for that P-switch. I feel like I gotta get out like the X's and O's and like draw lines like a football commentator. There it is! Louis Duce, they saw their moment. They saw that. They saw that little opening, and it's gonna be Louis Duce for the win. Amazing. That was such a cool finish. Really great job. GG, 45-36 the time. Louis Duce for first tonight. Well done. Ike, though, getting into that 3rd section, and You Fail Me looking for their options. Bunker Games coming in here in the upper right. Hang out. We got more ROM hack races for you. More friends to cheer on. Yo, love these G's. Yeah, put some emotes up in chat. Put some emotes if you're here to celebrate, you know, your favorite racers, or maybe you need some cool new emotes. Go and sub to some of these fine friends. They would love to see you in their chats. Great stuff, man. What a fun level. What a fun one. A little bit of Cape, a little bit of Metroid. These are just things that shouldn't go together, but dang, they really do, don't they? You Fail Me. Yo, wow, look at these dodges. Not enough, though. I love how well guarded that orb is. I mean, really, it's right there. I love how Nix, the maker, managed to pull this off without spikes or you know, a lot of threats or whatever. It is just you and the little Metroids. And if you're liking this level, yo, I can't recommend the work of NixKillsMyths, our maker tonight, enough. There are 4 great hacks from Nix over on SMW Central. A Haunting at Chateau Clouseau, Endeavor, The Cave of Loathing, and Thread the Needle. Personally, I really like Cave of Loathing. Nix is a very good maker in a lot of different styles. Kuso, kind of glitch, weird tech abuse, and precision. Cave of Loathing was a inspiration for me in my last hack too. Really good precision stuff. Very experienced maker. Bunker Games up here in the upper right, looking for that P-switch in the first section. I gotta feel like this music is causing a little bit of nerves. You know, it gets you tense. Do we have any Metroid fans among us? Any Metroid speedrunners? I love Super Metroid speedruns, but man, you won't catch me doing it. Too tough, man. That game is like one of like the big ones on Super Nintendo. You know what I mean? There's a couple Super Nintendo games that really take it to a level with tech and execution and stuff. Super Metroid, I think, is one of the finest Super Nintendo speedruns out there. Bunker, no, they tried though. They know they need the P-switch through the pipe, and they tried to grab it, but they dropped it a little bit too far to the right. Yeah, I think Super Metroid is kind of, I think Yoshi's Island and Super Metroid are kind of like two halves of a coin, two birds of a feather in that, you know, the game is simple enough, but the movement and speedrun tech just get outrageous. I've only ever beaten Super Metroid, actually. Really like that. It's just, it's a nice, I'm a big sucker for atmosphere in games. You know, Donkey Kong Country series, Metroid series, atmosphere in this level. I really like the game to feel like a real place, and I like getting excited about the environment and the atmosphere and stuff. And I think Super Metroid, almost more than any other game on SNES, maybe even more than Donkey Kong Country, pulls that off so well. That theme of isolation and exploration, a weird alien planet where things are just alive. I don't know the vanilla game well enough to do randomizers. The last time I beat Super Metroid, I was in high school. This was, let me flash you back to the year 2005. And I borrowed Super Metroid from a buddy because I had never played it. And at the time, I had a job at a restaurant, and I would come home after school, after work, and I would go down in the basement, turn off all the lights, and then play Super Metroid in the dark. Because I liked the environment, right? I wanted it to feel real creepy and weird. And those were honestly, that was like some of the best times gaming when I was young. Ike, let's go. I saw that. Ike SMB. Wow. Okay, look out, you feel me. Look out, look out. Consistency in one-shots, man. No lead is safe. Could go to either one. And Bunker, oh, didn't bring the switch. So Ike SMB now catching up with You Fail Me here in the final room. 7 out of 10 level, 4 rooms. And it's Ike versus You Fail Me for the second place on the podium tonight. Everybody loves Metroid Prime, and I have no opinion. I don't even dislike it. I just don't I don't have an opinion. I never really had a GameCube. I never played that kind of thing. People really, really like Prime though. Yeah, I'll stick to regular fighting game combos. I'm already bad enough at those. Still can't get my 3x super confirms consistent with Ken. But I've been practicing, man. I'm practicing every day. Gotta be a shonen protagonist about it. Just keep getting stronger. I must become stronger. I must lose so that I can be stronger. Losing teaches me. Or that bit from Fear and Loathing. Now, calm down. Learn to enjoy losing. Yo, Louie, thank you for the raid, and congrats on the first place tonight. The come from behind victory. You fail me. We're neck and neck for most of that, but you clutched out the final room just a little bit faster. Jank Pickle, oh, and yo, gotta give you props too. A couple of style points for you for that yump at the end of the first room to dodge the Metroids. Very swag. That's a GC7 rule of getting good at Kaizo. It's not a rule, man. I don't want to make the rules, man. But you could consider it a rule if you want. You could choose to follow the law or not. The rule is attempt all yumps, right? You got a P-switch in the level, try to yump. Just do it. It's not, you know, I mean, it'll be fine. Sometimes you won't be able to make the cycle or whatever, but, you know, give it a try. Attempt all yumps. And then in so doing, you'll get practice at that without having to actually sit down and practice. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what? What do we say? We take those. We take those. That's another Mitch Hedberg joke that comes to mind. You know, on my resume, they asked me if I had acting experience. I don't. Acting experience. When I'm playing pool and I make a shot, I act like I'm not surprised. Hey, if you're booing me, you're booing the great one, Mitch Hedberg. Hey. Hey, now. I stole that from Mitch. Hey, what's that? Ike? Standing on that Chozo statue. Man, Ike, SMB, making it out of the little baby Metroid gauntlet. And that's going to be a second place, the silver tonight on the podium. Nicely done. GG. I got to find some other jokes to make because Ike is really good at Super Monkey Ball. But I feel like every time their name comes up, I'm trying to make some Super Monkey Ball joke. And, I'm running out. Frankly, I'm running out of Super Monkey Ball related humor for you. Seriously though, name me a bad game where you roll a ball around. You can't do it. Can't be done. It's a universally beloved motif in gaming. Seriously, Marble Madness, great game. Monkey Ball, beloved. That one part in Mario Galaxy where you stand on the little ball and roll around, also fun. Rolling a marble is just like a universally beloved system of video gaming. B2, DE in the upper left, Bunker Games in the upper right. You fail me, Jank Pickle. Everybody on your screen right now working on section number 1, except for You Fail Me. Working on section number 4. And this is, yo, what's up, Dot? We love our trans comrades. On the restream tonight, Jank Pickle! Oh, they got it all, but they did not avoid the little Metroids. These are our final 4 tonight. Oh, You Fail Me, nice jump, nice try. So I have a, you know, I never mean to backseat the racers or anything, but this is a good example of something that, oh, You Fail Me, they know it now. Yeah, keep your eyes on You Fail Me, they're gonna get it. You Fail Me, employing the strat that I would recommend as well for a section like this. I learned this all the way back when I was playing Kaizo 3. I think it's Koopa Keep Kyoto, the dolphin level with the big smashers and the brown walls. Here's the thing. And, you know, maybe this can apply to Cape. There it is. Oh, You Fail Me. They just wanted to collect all the Metroids before they got out of here. GG. Well done, You Fail Me. Those little guys can be trouble. Trouble. Hope they're not feeling too drained after all of this. You fail me. And now we are down to 3. We got B2 DE81. We got Bunker Games 82. We got Jank Pickle. First section all around. So working hard. Let's cheer them on. But you know, one thing the saying I learned that has served me very well in Kaizo going forward, which I learned in Koopa Keep Kyoto. When you're in a situation like what we saw in the final section, where you've got a lot of stuff, right? You got Metroids coming at you, maybe there's a dolphin swarm coming at you, maybe some fish coming at you, you know, whatever. But there's a lot of stuff on screen and you gotta dodge. What I have found, and maybe this is just a me thing, you know, your mileage may vary, always listen to your own heart, but just go for it. Just go. Don't spend a lot of time ducking and dodging and trying to weave and make a clever strat and run around back and forth and stuff, because probably what's going to happen is you're just going to die more slowly, right? What you want to do in a situation like that where there's like, air quotes, random elements or a bunch of random things kind of coming at you is go for it. Huck it. Try to go fast, because what you'll do is you'll cycle attempts more quickly. And if the things are spawning in a consistent way, as in they're like the Metroids in that last section, they're at the same place, they're going to move the same way every time, you're going to be able to develop a pattern faster if you rely on consistent movements. And you can make that movement consistent by not introducing a lot of weird variables in your movement by running and dodging and ducking and trying to do things. That's just going to scatter the elements around, and it's going to make it harder for you to get through. So in Koopa Keep with the Dolphin Swarm, I ended up just being like, just go for it. Don't duck and wait for your moment. Just take it and try to go. And that has served me very well since then. Oh, this sprite. So hey, yeah, so if you're just joining us here, we got a cape level from NixKillsMyths. It's a 7 out of 10. And we've got the little Metroid that is hanging out on Mario's head, and that is acting like a wall, or a ceiling, I suppose, rather. They cannot rise when they're in regular flight, and so they sort of have an automatic sticky fly everywhere they go. They can just kind of hover along at one horizontal plane. Bunker Games looking sharp here in the upper right. Man. They tried. I saw the attempt. They really want to bring that P-switch through the pipe at the end there, so that they can use it in the next room to escape. This first section's been a tricky one for everybody. B2 in the upper left. They've got the switch, but now what? They won't be able to make that jump if the Metroids are on their head. Good try. Noticing some racers are not using the regular flight butt slide state in order to kill the grinder, and I think that's making it a little bit more difficult on the racers because they're a little bit too fast. They can spin jump over the grinder and spin the flower, but now the fire flowers are going to be falling right on their heads, and I'm seeing some racers take damage from those flowers when they could be a little bit more slow by using the regular cape flight. But it is working. Ooh, Jank Pickle. Ah, nice try. Good consistency for all these racers once they get through that first part and they get to the pencils. Jank Pickle looking sharp right now in the bottom. Ugh, nice try. Also, too, like, how are you doing tonight, chat? Feeling okay? Feeling good? Are you having a nice Saturday? Thanks for spending a little bit of your Saturday with us here at the ROM Hack Races. We do these races every Saturday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and every week we have a fresh level, never before seen, and we do these sight reading races. It's a lot of fun. If you want to learn a little bit more about us or what we're doing, you can head on over to romhackraces.com. You could grab this patch and play this level for yourself if you want, or check out any of the 287 levels in our library. Bunker Games bringing that switch through again. Oh, Bunker, let's go. Let's go. Bunker Games, 8-2, getting out of here. Yeah, no more first section. Nicely done. Yo, that determination, dedication, man, it pays off. B2 also. Oh, are they gonna make it? Nah, nice try. But I hope you're all doing well tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of what we're doing here. You can also join our Discord server if you want. We got a lot of great resources and a lot of really talented players if you're looking to improve your game a little bit or grab that ROM Hack Races base ROM from Amper and Underway for your next ROM hacking project. Yeah, if you have any questions or you got here a little bit late, that's cool. Just shout it out in chat and we'll be able to help you out. Yo, nice job, Bunker. Doing a little bit of scouting. This has actually been really helpful, I think, for the racers to be able to scout ahead and take a look at the situation and figure out what they're going to need to do. Man, are you digging this atmosphere? I'm loving this. Sort of watermelon-y colored level, Super Metroid music. Creepy. B2 in that pipe with the switch. Oh, come on. Oh, nice try. Nice try. Jank Pickle, they're due. Ah, still due. Yo, Bunker Games, picking this second section up pretty quickly. Yeah, they've been able to understand what they want here. That is, I think, a really good thing, especially for a race level. You know, giving the player, even though they're not going to make it, giving them the ability to scout out ahead a little bit really helps out, because knowledge, as we know, is power. B2. Back again. Let's see what they can do. Great work tonight from everybody. Jank. Oh. How are y'all doing? We got a minute to chat. We're hanging out here supporting everybody. I hope you're doing well. Wow, what's on your mind? Feeling okay? How are your pets? How's the wife and kids there, Tom? Play any golf lately? Yo, honeymoon to Japan. What? That sounds beautiful. That sounds lovely. Congrats. That is awesome. Maybe you could meet Super Mario himself. Heard he lives there. Yo, Bunker Games, look at this. Getting these strats, man. Getting these good strats. They know what, yeah, they know what they want here. Gotta avoid the beans. Bring the Goomba all the way down for a Goomba jump to get up in that pipe. Yo, this consistency, Bunker Games, wow. Nicely done, man, they are getting right back there. You could tell they kind of practiced a little bit. They knew what they wanted to do, presumably they knew what they wanted to do, and they practiced a little bit even though they knew the run was dead. Smart thinking, really. Oh, B2, nice try, nice try. B2, maybe if they hurry. They're gonna get out of here, man. The B2, or excuse me, that's Bunker Games. My bad, my bad. B2 also doing well. Bunker Games is who we're talking about. Man, I suddenly want to see a lot more Metroid cape levels. This is the delicious combination I didn't know I needed in my life. Oh yeah, Bunker, man, they're doing well. They are trying. Jank Pickle once again, bottom of your screen. Oof! Oh man, they just didn't get the toss right. Gotta drop that P-switch while you're in the air, put it underneath your feet so that you can get that mid-air P-switch activation. Yo, Bunker, man, the consistency though. Consistency is real. Bunker, this is a great looking run. Yeah, they know it too. Oh, maybe. Oh, good try. Yo, the consistency is so real for Bunker. This is it, maybe? Let's go. And they are in there. Well done. Bunker Games moving on to the third section. Oh, hey, they're gonna get an E-Tank. Oh, never mind. They wanted that E-Tank. Oh, it's all right. You can go in the pipe. The pipe is safe. All right, yo, Bunker Games moving on to section number 3 out of 4 in this 7 out of 10 difficulty level. Can I get a H? Man, I really do. I suddenly really want to see more Metroid Cape levels. This really adds an interesting dynamic to Cape. It, you know, portable, instant, sticky fly, but some restrictions on movement. I also like that the Metroid makes a little helmet for Mario, so you can bonk your head on the munchers on the ceiling and you won't actually take damage. Yo, B2 with the good strat, taking 5. Hey, that is a good strat, man. Rest is always advisable. Yo, while we're taking 5 here, I want to say thanks again to the volunteers. You'll hear my silly voice telling you silly things about silly video games, but behind the scenes, we have got a lot of people who help out with these races. Our restreamer tonight, What's Up Dot? We love our trans comrades. We've also got Captain Blueprint and Star-Lord on the scouting, letting us know who to rotate in, who's taking the lead. We had some testers for this level, of course, every week we do. Mason, SMW, Gossip Greg, Mithrillionaire Fen, Blue Ribbon High Life, and RB Pimlico, all helping us out with that. And of course, folks like Doc, Kelgand, Fen, Ampersam, Underway, D4, helping us out around the server, doing a lot of back-end kind of stuff for us. We always really appreciate that. And these races wouldn't be possible without them. Yo, Bunker. With the interesting strat, but don't forget those vines are conveyor belts. Either moving upward or downward. In Bunker's case, they want to avoid the downward moving one. Jank Pickle, maybe with that switch, getting the, oh, no, a little too slow. What are some of your favorite Cape hacks, chat? What can we do to improve our Cape skills? How does the switch through the pipe work? I can explain that. When you press the P-switch, it turns into a little P-switch stump nub, and that is still technically the P-switch sprite. So you can hold that and you can interact with it just like a normal P-switch. If you take that nub through a pipe, the game just thinks, oh, you're holding a P-switch and you're going through a pipe. So when you come out on the other side, it will be refreshed because the game doesn't know to give you a P-switch stump. It just knows that you're holding a P-switch and going in a pipe, and that's all it cares about. I heard rumors of a sequel. I heard rumors of a Let's Give Up sequel. Jank Pickle, come on, you got this. Jank, the bottom part of your screen. See? Yeah, you could see it right there. They were holding the P-switch nub as they got into the room. Ah, but they got caught by the Metroids. What a weird thing to say. Ah, Metroids got them. Got them. SMW Pennsylvania level? Yeah. I know it was Castlevania. I was making a joke on purpose. B2. Yo, they're back from break and they are ready to rock here. Bringing that P-switch nub. Let's see if they get it. Man, I want this for them. Yo, no! Oh, sorry to yell, but man, oh, dang, that was it, man, that was it. They were trying to avoid that Metroid. Oh, bummer. So if you're just joining us here, Bunker Games working on section number 3, B2 and Jank working hard on the first. Seems like Bunker is a little bit divided on how to get through this first section, or third section rather. Are they gonna spin fly? Are they gonna regular fly? What's it gonna be? Yeah, it looks like they're trying to avoid that first vine entirely and kind of make something happen with a spin fly instead. This is a classic example of needing to think with the gimmick. Yo, is that? Oh, let's go. Excuse me, I was looking over because the intros look the same. B2, well earned. Well earned. They had that consistency. They were ready. They were ready. B2DE in the upper left side, moving on to the second out of 4 sections. This is a really tough one tonight, so give it up in chat for these racers. And if you're having fun, if you're feeling entertained, or maybe in awe of their abilities, go and follow the racers on their own channels. A lot of folks are really, really good players, great streamers, getting their names out there a little bit by doing these races, and I think that deserves a follow, maybe a sub even, maybe some bits. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Bunker Games flying all the way up to that second vine, but that is a downward moving conveyor. So they are kind of stuck in place. They're going to want to try to avoid that one. This third section maybe need to think outside the box a little bit. So B2, kind of working out this second section. Again, I feel like a lot of you have probably seen this. If you have not, if you're just joining us and you have questions or whatever, please feel free to ask. I feel like there's only, it's redundant to explain the same obstacles over and over again, especially when most of you have heard it. But if you're new, if you just join us, please, please be my guest. Looks like Bunker Games kind of working with this, figuring out what they want out of this section. Jank. Oh. Jank refusing to give up there. I like that. Yeah, we'd seen a few folks have kind of worked up to that strat and kind of figured out that they can avoid the Metroid at the start. By spinning it with your cape, you kind of get them out of your way. They kind of peace out for a minute. Pretty smart. Seriously, man, I really want to see more Cape versus Metroid sections. Imagine like a sort of an open flying section where you don't want the Metroid to attach to your head. This is like one like a modernized, because like BK said, you know, you often see the Metroids in kind of evil standard hacks. I'm pretty sure they were in Hyper 6 as well as some others, and it's interesting to see that brought back and like used in a not evil way, or in a way with more modern sensibilities. Oh, Jank, nice try, man. They are trying so hard with this one. Jeez, if you have some Jank Pickle emotes, put them up in chat for support. I love the fact that ROM Hack Races can be a community where we support all the racers and what they're doing. You know, it's a race. There's a first place and a second place and so forth, but everybody is trying their best here, and you're seeing really skilled players race against other really skilled players. Really appreciate that we can focus on that community aspect of things. Jank! SMW Toho could take off. Yeah. Yeah. You know, they're Cape. Like I said at the beginning, Jank, go. Like I said at the start, you know, before we had Kaizo, before Takamoto and Kiba wrote their names into history, there were already players, mostly vanilla speedrunners and other enthusiasts, who were studying the mysteries of Cape. And really, truly, you know, we all like our shell tech, our tech abuse with, you know, the shells and springs and gimmickry and all this and that. But Cape is the deep elder god of Super Mario World tech, and there is so much involved with Cape. It is really phenomenal, actually, and the really good Cape players are fearsome and ancient. We're only seeing a little bit of what Cape has to offer players here, but you can go as deep as you want with it. Speed control, turnaround, recovering from bad turnarounds, tight control of speed. It's impressive. Jank in the pipe with the switch. Let's see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Jank Pickle. Well earned. Well earned. Jank Pickle making their way to the second section, 2 out of 4. And that probably is, I think, the most difficult section. You know, like I said, we stand on the shoulders of giants. And, you know, there are so many really good vanilla speedrunners and Cape players out there who did come before, who were here before we started doing, you know, double midair riser shell jumps and all this and that. How did B2 get under that cloud tile? Good question, and I've got an answer. That is a common property that you see in a lot of Kaizo. Basically, if Big Mario is crouching in a one-tile gap, he will spin and clip, and if you spin while you're crouching in a one-tile gap, you will clip through the floor. You can just do that in the vanilla game. It's just kind of a weird little, I don't know, bug, oversight, glitch in the programming or whatever. And so that's how he got under, by crouching and spinning in that gap. Unfortunately, with the Metroid on your head, once you're in that little gap, you can't get out. Yeah, Bunker, with that progress. The second section, I really do. I think the first section in this level is the hardest. And after that, things kind of lighten up a little bit. So we got a race. We got B2 and Jank on the second section now. Jank picking this up pretty quickly. B2 as well, and Bunker Games working hard on section 3. But they have certainly developed some consistency, so it's only a matter of time now. That's interesting. I didn't know that. You can clip through the floor in that situation by uncrouching and jumping on the same frame. That's interesting. Yeah, Mario will clip down and to the left if he's stuck in a solid. As we've learned, perhaps a commentary on the moral characteristics of Mario. I wonder what it feels like to clip through the floor. You know, that's gotta feel a little bit unpleasant. You know what I mean? Like, imagine you're just like stuck somewhere and you're kind of crouching, and then you start to spin around and get dragged through the floor. That's got to be unpleasant, man. Terrifying, perhaps. Well, falling through a cloud, yes, but falling through solid bricks? I think it'd be more fun to stand on a cloud. Sky and I always say that I wish we had a little Lakitu cloud for Mallow, our cat, because he would love that. Tell me your cat wouldn't love a little cloud to fly around in. He would fly around all day, just getting things, doing stuff. Yeah, this second section is easier to learn, I think. Bunker getting really close here. Or third section, rather. Jank as well, yo, yeah, they know what they want. It's all coming down to this tight turnaround and good control of your speed. Again, if you're flying forward and you hold backwards and tap the jump button, you will slow yourself down. Alternatively, if you tap forward, you will speed yourself up. So that's like part of the reason why there's so much nuance to Cape. You can have multiple different speeds, you can have multiple different states. We haven't even touched on Yoshi Flight yet. Tongueless Yoshi seems impossible, and then you learn it, and it's really fun, actually. Oh, Jank Pickle trying for that cheese. They know about the Goomba stun timer. We saw Louis Duce do this a little bit earlier. Oh, they almost got it, too. We could see 2 for 2 on this second section now if Jank is going to catch up here pretty soon. Yeah, Bunker Games definitely knows what they want here. Look at that. Nice, chill, slow fly. A little bit of bonking, but that's all right. Looks like everybody gets out of that first section and then they just start going to town. B2, oh my word. Great run, here it goes. B2, they've got everything they need. They just need that Goomba jump. Oh, jeez, a little bit close. That little gold circle there is a sprite killer. It will kill the Metroid if you touch it. It will also kill the Goomba if you're holding it. I want Mallow the cat to have a little Lakitu cloud so bad. I want that. I want that for him. He doesn't even know, but he would love that. Imagine Cat just flying around in a little Lakitu cloud, giving you a little swat, maybe a head boop. Look out, Jank Pickle. Oh, now they know about the stun timer reset. Yeah, oh, a little bit of fumbles. B2's turn in the upper left. Ah, so close. Well, thank you so much, y'all, for staying comfy with us tonight. Really appreciate it. Hit that follow button gently. They break easily. We only have so many. Twitch only gives us so many of those, and then we gotta order more from the catalog. It's kind of a pain. But boop that follow button gently and come back and see us every Saturday night for another race. We're not done here yet. I just wanted to make sure you were aware. Jank pickle. Oh, those beans though, man. Anybody playing ooh 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 ooh? Get your green beans. They're healthy. Or it's at least that my grandma said they were. Man, Jank, yeah, waiting to time it. They've reset that Goomba stun timer. Now they just need to float at just the right moment. Nice try. You know, I was just wondering, would you consider the cape broken in Mario World? Because my first initial thought was, well, yes, obviously it's broken. But then I thought, it works all the time. You know what I mean? Is it broken? Like, not really, because you can even be flying on Yoshi or holding an item and manipulating it, and it still just works. If anything, it's kind of not broken. I don't know how you would classify that. Bunker Games, look out. They saw the pipe, though. I think we're gonna see another clear, frankly. Yeah, it's excessively functional. Yeah. 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 That's it. That's it for sure. Oh, Jank. Yeah. It is fortuitous. Super Mario World is just, it's like that, man. That's why I don't think it will ever truly be, like, replaced by some other, like, you know, I mean, I hope we get Wonder Kaizo at some point. I love the works of Mario Maker and support that heavily. There's no war or whatever, you know, division between the Maker and the Mario World communities, but Mario World is just such a remarkably fortuitous engine in that its glitches and bugs are all exploitable and don't necessarily crash the game. You know, in so many other, unless you're doing, you know, Ace or power up incrementation, maybe orb glitch or something, you can get the thing to crash, but under normal circumstances, glitches are just features. And I think that really speaks to just how well the physics engine is made, that it continues to work even when you're making it not work. Yeah, I like the way, yeah, Nix, that's a good way to put it. There's poetry to how broken older games can be, and the sorts of emergent things that are found in the flaws, totally. Kaizo concerns itself a lot with the emergent properties of the breaks in the physics. It's a kintsugi of a thing. Well, it's funny too, you know, even you only turn around half the time in vanilla with a cape twirl, but then again, there is tech to help you recover from that. You got your double pumps and other sort of skills that can help you avoid that entirely. So like even the bad thing isn't necessarily, it just leads to more tech, right? Every closed door is an open window in Super Mario World. Oh, Jank with another try at the Goomba. Those beans, though, man. Freaking beans. Yo, B2 getting to that Galoomba, but they are kind of missing one key component of that, which is they need to throw the Goomba up and catch it on the way down for that Goomba jump to activate at the end. I'm not actually sure why that works. B2, maybe? No! Oh. Yo, I don't know. Thanks for watching. I hope you're all feeling good, staying comfy. Thanks for making ROM Hack Races a part of your Saturday. These are always so fun to do, and I really hope that you're having as much fun as us. Jank also. Jeez. I think Jank has just had some rotten luck tonight, man. But they know what they want. They know what to do. They just getting rotten green bean luck. Again, if you have any questions or want to learn more, shout it out in chat. I'm guessing everyone's feeling pretty comfy. Thanks for staying comfy with us, but just an open invitation if you want to learn a little bit more about Cape, about this level, how to improve your Kaizo game, or make some ROM hacks, or whatever you need. We're here for you. They do kind of look like edamame. Someone also in my chat said they look like peas, which, yeah, they can't argue that. I'm not sure how the term, I'm not sure how green bean came to be the general colloquial. I think the game actually calls them springboards, and I want to say, what, I don't know, what actually is there? Now I'm curious. if there's an official Nintendo name for them. I think the game, or is that Springs? Oh, jank, that was it. They just collided the Goomba with the Sprite Killer. Ah. Ah. Yo, B2 on a really careful run here. They didn't toss the Goomba up, though. I don't know if that's going to affect their jump at all. Yeah. I mean, I can get out my Super Mario World manual. I have, yeah, true, Carrot Lid. That's true. That's true. That's true. I can bust out. I have multiple copies of the Super Mario World manual, if we need to reference that. But I want to say that I don't think the green beans are actually listed in the manual at all. Here, I'll take a little look here. Let's see. Controller operations. Midway and goal. That's true. Did you know that the H is actually referred to as the midway gate, and the goal is referred to as the giant gate? Well, let's take a look. I'm scrolling through the manual here. Dotted line blocks, and the blocks that you make from a switch, like the yellow switch, they're called exclamation mark blocks. Yeah, jumping board is the official name of Springs. Prize block is the official name of question mark blocks. It's not a P balloon, it's a power balloon. Note blocks are actually referred to as jump blocks. Turn blocks are referred to as rotating blocks. BK is correct. The P switch is actually called a switch block. The green star block, a bonus block. But yeah, it would seem that unfortunately, green beans are not even mentioned in the Super Mario World manual. I'm not trying to be deep. I'm trying to be practical and informative. See how I've generated discussion? That was the goal. Jank. Oh, maybe. The bean's name, when spoken, summons a greater evil, and thus it's been lost to time. B2 trying not to lose here. Yo, let's go. B2 DE81 making their way through that pipe, and they're going to join Bunker Games on the third section. Let's go. That E-tank, referred to as an E block. Here's a fun fact for you. In the unofficial Mario World strategy guide published by Prima, for those of you old heads that know your strategy guide publishers, the unofficial Prima strategy guide actually makes a note of the cape turnaround. They do mention that it's possible. In the advanced cape techniques section, that is the most advanced cape technique they knew about. If you press X or Y, you will have a chance to turn around in midair. Not you will turn around, but they knew it was like 50-50, and they knew about the cape turnaround all the way back in the early 90s, which I just think is kind of cool. That's my secret. I own 2 copies of the Mario World Prima strategy guide. One from when I was a kid, and I read it so much that I kind of destroyed it, and the cover fell off and some pages are missing, so I had to buy another. Yo, Bunker Games! Oh dear, no, no, no! Oh. Bunker Games in B2 on the 3rd section. Jank Pickle working hard on the 2nd. 4 sections total. We usually schedule about 2 hours for these races, but we may do a little bit of overtime tonight so we can cheer on everybody. Now I'm wondering if the Prima strategy guide has a name for the green beans. It's like Gandalf, you know, he's known by many names. Mysterious, ancient, massive, lethal, luminescent. Bunker. Nice try so far. Jank, here we go. This could be it. Oh. You know, it also brings up a bigger question, which I'm curious about, is why all the food theming in the first place? I don't know, you know, maybe we'll never know the answer to that. But you know what I mean? Like, there's a substantial amount of food theming in Mario World. Chocolate Island, Vanilla Dome, Forest of Illusion, you know. And, oh, you know, just why? Yeah, team was hungry, working so much overtime. Chocolate Island, Donut Plains. I like Donut Plains because it's like a double pun, you know? Like it's like a plain donut. Let me have a plain donut. Nah. Let me have some Donut Plains. Yeah. Butter Bridge, Soda Lake, Cookie Mountain. That sounds delicious, really. Imagine the grocery lists in the Mushroom Kingdom, you know? Like, oh, are you going to the store? We need another bridge of butter. They only sell soda by the lake? That's a lot, man. I only need like a 12-ounce can. And I'm trying to cut back on that even. Yeah, but it's all taking place in Dinosaur Land. But it's not like dinosaur name themed. Holy moly, B2. With the amazing strats here. Oh my gosh, they're like one good turnaround away. B2 in the upper left. Dude, B2, be careful. Yeah, get out of there. B2 making their way into the final room. And now there is no one to save us from the Metroids. Oh geez, B2's gonna be out of here. Holy cow, B2 in the 4th and final area. No cape, no tech, no nothing. Simply one plumber and a bunch of hungry Metroids. Oh, Dino Nuggets. I just like the, I mean, it's an old meme at this point, but, you know, toy dinosaurs are made out of plastic, and plastic is made out of oil, and oil comes from dead dinosaurs. So, you know, a bit of the original persists in the copy. Plastic dinosaurs are made out of real dinosaurs. They live on. Jank, Pickle. Oh my gosh, great run here. They've got everything they need. Doe! Ah! They don't actually need to drop the Galumba. They just can hold on to it. And it will just automatically jump them when they wake up. Ah, sheesh. I don't know if they know that. You know, I really like if y'all have seen the David Attenborough special about dinosaurs, I really like the new dinosaurs, man, with like the feathers and stuff. They're awesome. I'm glad they gave dinos feathers. They're way cooler now. Aw. Yeah, every time I see some pigeons, I'm just like, look at those little dinos. Look at those dinos out there. We put a little dino feeder out in front of our house. My cat loves to watch the dinos in the yard. That'd be funny if we called dinosaurs birds. You know what I mean? Like T-Rex was the most terrifying bird. Bunker Games looking to be on a good run here. They know what they want, but can they pull it off? Not dropping like that. Ah, good try. All right, we're getting to about 2 hours, but I think we're gonna get a little bit of overtime here so we can get this clear. B2's pretty close, and I'm sure they're gonna get it soon. Oh no, nice dodges. Nice dodges on these Metroids. Nice forwards too. Great Hyundai there from B2. How these car jokes working for you? Doing all right? How's that working? Oh man, that was it. B2. I saw that. They had the gap. Had the Old Navy too. I mean, dinosaurs fuel our cars and machinery. Dinosaurs died so that we could all celebrate Happy Honda Days every year. Carolyn, Suppose I brought that on myself. Jank Pickle though, perfect execution here. Oh, hey, speaking of dinos, thanks for the raid, Dino Mom. Yo, B2 trying a little bit of like a Pac-Man strategy there, grouping up the Metroids together. Yo, it's been a great race so far. I'm really glad everybody's having fun, enjoying themselves. We do these every Saturday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. You are welcome to come and hang out with us anytime, or join the Discord server. But we are getting down to the wire here. So I just want to say, once again, a big thank you to everyone who helped behind the scenes to make this race possible. We got What's Up Dot. We love our trans comrades on the restream. We got Mason, SMW, Gossip, Greg, Mithrillionaire, Fen, Blue Ribbon High Life, and RB Pimlico, who helped test this level. Of course, NixKillsMyths, our maker tonight. Check out some more of their work on SMW Central. And for scouts, we got Captain Blueprint and What's Up Dot. Star-Lord as well, helping us scout. And I want to say too, thank you for keeping this community cool and chill and supportive. Everyone is so kind, and you know, we don't take it to a really weirdly competitive place. We're cheering each other on, helping each other get a little bit better at Kaizo day by day, learning more, growing together, and that really is very, very cool to see. Maybe the Metroids are just very excited to see you. Less angry and more just like, oh, wow, it's you. Bunker Games, oh, man, they could have it. Oh, that was so close. Jank, let's go. Jank Pickle. Getting out of that second section. GG. No E-Tank, though. Moving on. Yo, thanks for that effort, Nix. Yo, hey, yo, tune in next week, too. Thank you, Doc. Next week, Quartz, Gemstone, VA. We'll have another level and another race. Chozorb. You know, it's the little touches. It's the high effort little touches in these levels that make them extra good. Well, it looks like we have about hit our time. We are really close to some clears, so I'd recommend going and following the racers if you want to check out a little bit more of their stuff. There are plenty of really great Kaizo players, and I think you should watch them. Yo, and there's a win. Oh, that's a great way to wrap it up. Great way to wrap it up. There's B2 grabbing that Chozorb and getting the win. Nicely done, nicely done. And I'm sure we'll see some clears from Bunker and Jank Pickle as well. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of this tonight. Thank you for being a part of our community. We all succeed together, and I'm really, really glad that we do. We will be back next Saturday with another ROM hack race for you, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Bunker Games, maybe with a shot at it. They're going to get it. But for now, we're going to send you over to Bunker's channel so we can cheer them on in person. And I will bid you a fond farewell. Thank you for watching tonight, really. You matter. Your thoughts matter, your heart matters, your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. And we know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled and autistic lives matter, and you, of course. Join our Discord server if you'd like to hang out with the community off stream. I have been GlitchCat, you have been you, and I really appreciate that you are. We'll see you all next time for another race, and until then, keep it cool. Thank you so much for watching. Have a really great rest of your evening, keep playing, keep hacking, keep practicing, and I'll see you around again real soon. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.